Okay, they want us to use a system of linear equations with two variables and two equations to solve. So I need two variables. Let's just use x and y like we always do. And it says 252 students enrolled in a freshman level chemistry class by the end of the semester, 6 times the number of students passed as failed. Find the number of students who passed and the number of students who failed. That's what we're looking for. Find the number of students who passed and find the number of students who failed. Those are your two unknowns. So those are your two variables. So I am going to use the students who failed. That's going to be my y. So this is going to equal y. And the number of students that passed is going to be my x. That's x. Now, the only thing that I know for sure is that there were 250 students enrolled in this chemistry class. So, all the students together. I'm sorry, I meant to switch that to a different color. I meant to do that. There we go. There's 250 students all together in the class. So x of them are passing plus y of them are failing, but that's 252 students all together. Then you go to the second part where it says by the end of the semester, 6 times the number of students passed as failed. So if y students failed, then 6 times that is what passed. So if you take the number of students that failed, multiply it by 6, that's going to equal the number of students that passed. I now have two different equations with two unknowns. However, they're not lining up properly. My x's have to line up and they're not. My y's are lining up. My equal signs are lining up. But I don't have that third number, so I have to make this, line up. So this x right here, I'm going to subtract it over to this side. It cancels out here, and when it's done, when I do, I'm just going to be left with a big old 0 here. So I'm going to write my equations over here again. I've got the first equation, x plus y equals 252. And now the bottom equation is a negative x plus 6y equals 0. And that worked out nicely. My x's, if I add them together, cancel. I get 7y is equal to 252, and then just divide off that 7 to figure out the number of students that failed. And turn my calculator on. 252 divided by 7 is 36. So y is 36, that's the number of students that failed. And remember, 6 times y is going to equal the number of students that passed. So take 6 times 36, and that's going to equal 216. So there's 216 that passed. So let's go to Mobius and plug in those numbers. 216 and 36. And how did I do? Ta-da! Thank you. You've been a lovely audience. Tip your waitresses.